Amouage's King Blue made my top 10 oud list for a reason. Yet many people find that this is maybe one of the most divisive fragrances on the market. Is it a masterpiece? Or is the oud a little bit too pungent? If you stick around, I'm going to completely break this fragrance down and tell you why or why not this may be worth adding to your collection. So today we are talking about Amouage's King Blue. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Nick, also known as Scent Nick. If you are a returning viewer, thank you so much for the continued support. If you're new here, I make fragrance content mainly in the form of detailed and objective fragrance reviews. I make the occasional list, but reviews are my main gig. If that's something that you're interested in, please consider hitting that like button, dropping me a comment of what fragrance you'd like me to cover, and hit that red subscribe button to join our community. And now let's get back to that review. So King Blue was released a couple years ago, and upon its release, it definitely was met with some eyebrow-raising reactions. It was definitely not received with the most welcome because the opening is quite pungent. But what I can tell you is that this thing has aged like fine wine. For me, the first time I smelled it, I was a little like, oof, but literally within minutes, I fell in love. And this by far has become one of my favorite oud fragrances ever. Let's get into it. So a 100 milliliter bottle of this fragrance is going to cost you $550. The perfumers for this were Alexis Grosjean and Hamid Moradi Kashani. Now, Hamid was the perfumer for a couple of my other favorite fragrances. He's done quite a few of the Parfums de Marly line, but it also makes sense why I love this fragrance. So this is a fruity, amber, woody fragrance, and it's really trying to do something pretty unique by taking blue and oud and marry them. And it didn't quite nail the blue, but the oud it nailed. So we're gonna get into this. The top notes are going to include mandarin, blackcurrant, and pink pepper. This creates just an amazing, super juicy opening. The fact that they didn't go for straight bergamot is awesome. They went for a mandarin, which is a super ripe, sweet orange. The blackcurrant is very tart. It's kind of subtle in this, and then the pink pepper is very spicy, very aromatic, and pairs perfectly with the frankincense that is in the mid. Now, the oud is absolutely detectable from the very get-go, and the oud that they use in this is the silver oud, which is the same oud that they used in silver oud. Now, this oud is very pungent. I don't want to use the word fecal because I don't think people realize that oud's not really fecal. It is very animalic, barnyardy, but I wouldn't ever just go straight to fecal. It has a very warm, very pungent, kind of sour opening to it. But guys, give it like 10 minutes and you're gonna be golden for the rest of it. The heart is going to be a combination of frankincense and amber. Now, the star here is the frankincense. The amber is very well done in here. And to my nose, all it's doing is adding a little bit of sweetness and rounding out. It's very much in the background. And honestly, so is the frankincense, because the base takes the star of the show here. This is a very base heavy fragrance. And when we get to the performance, you're gonna understand. Now, the frankincense in this is very aromatic, very heady, Middle Eastern, incensey, resinous, very bright peppery. And like I said, the amber is smooth, sweet, and in the background. Now, like I said, the base is the star here, and it really is prevalent and discernible through the entire wearing. You can smell almost the entirety of it in the opening. The oud is absolutely smellable in the opening and the mid, but really, once you get into the heart, about an hour into the wearing, you really pick up on the rest of it. And the other star here, while the oud settles down, is the sandalwood. And oh my word, the sandalwood is amazing. They're using a crazy high quality sandalwood. I'm guessing it's Mysore. I'm not sure, but from my experiences with Mysore sandalwood, that's what it smells like. It's very dry, kind of vegetal, very earthy, very spicy, not the smoothest sandalwood in the world, but it smells incredible and it's prevalent. Along with that sandalwood, the leather is also very strong in this fragrance. It is not the more modern, oily kind of leather. Like, think that you just got a fresh pair of high quality leather boots. That's what it smells like. It's dry, kind of animalic on its own, very earthy. It's very rich and very luxurious smelling. The oud you still smell, but at this point in the wearing, the animalic touches are gone and you just get this really spicy, sharp, metallic oud. The patchouli is soft, it's not a star here. Along with the oak is kind of a supporting note, giving another bit of richness, a little bit of sweetness, a slight maple kind of thing. But really, all in all, this blend is incredible. It's insanely masculine, and it does a number. This thing has received compliments for me, which I was surprised by. But guys, let's get into those questions. Is this original? Yeah, undoubtedly. It's incredible, guys. Who's the audience for this? This is going to be very masculine and very mature. I don't think anyone under the age of 25 is going to appreciate this. The performance on this is outstanding. I get an easy 14 hours, if not longer. The projection is quite strong. And once it stops projecting, that sillage is just, it's still so strong. I had it on for about 6 hours, walked past someone, and they followed me and complimented me because it was so good. Really, what they picked up on was the sandalwood too. So that's how strong the sandalwood is in this. Now, when do you want to wear this? Honestly, for the seasons, this is going to be fall and winter. Outside of that, I don't think it's going to be suitable. It's going to be a little too warm. And then for the occasions, really, this kind of has signature scent style vibes. It is kind of blue in nature. You get that fruity tone with the woods. For most people, it's going to be challenging to wear as a signature, but just try it. If you're going to go to work, maybe put it on a good half hour to an hour before you leave. That way, that opening has gone away, and really dial back on the sprays because this is strong. I wore about 6 sprays today. Maybe a bit much, but hey, I like my ouds. Now let's get on to that rating. I'm going to give this one an 8.7. This is exceptional, guys. The only thing that's keeping it away from being a masterpiece, in my opinion, is the fact that it does lack a certain amount of mass appeal. I don't think that all fragrances or all masterpieces need to have mass appeal, but I do think this one is divisive enough to create too much of a spread and make it a little bit too hard to wear all year round and really feel comfortable while wearing it. With all that said, let me know your thoughts on King Blue. Do you hate it? Do you love it? For me, it's a love. It'll always be in the collection, and I will wear it readily whenever the cold weather hits. Guys, if you enjoyed that review, thank you for sticking around. Please hit that like button, drop me a comment below, and join our community by hitting that red subscribe button. And we'll see you in the next one. Peace.